We live? Are we live, Silent Assassin? We are live. That's what I'm talking about. Welcome to the All Even Podcast. Listen, I got a lot to say tonight, but I ain't gonna say nothing until I do this.
I feel like slapping a nigga today. Whoa, whoa, whoa. I feel like slapping a nigga today.
It's a different pod tonight. It's a different pod tonight.
I feel like slapping a nigga today.
I got bullets in the chamber tonight for a lot of people. I'm telling you right now, it's not gonna be pretty tonight.
These motherfuckers on the road, where the hell they learn to drive. Jive turkeys at my job, about to get a cool, cold, mean five. Shoulda took the day off.
Day off.
Might slap my boss, my own damn kids, pissing me off. As if I hadn't had enough. Chipotle, fuck my goddamn order up. I'm fed up, I'm fed up, I'm fed up.
I'm on a different time tonight. Silent Assassin, I'm on a different time tonight. I'm telling you right now, there's a lot of people I got to talk about, man. A lot of topics out here. And I'm not holding no punches. I'm not pulling no punches tonight. I'm going all in. Shouts to the dudes that be out there pressing the elevator button when it's already pressed. That's the type of time I'm on right now.
Bartender, don't you see me waving you down? This guy came after me. I was here first, but you serving him rounds. No, I bought the Uber here. My friends expecting me to buy it back. Tomorrow morning, I better get a cash out, or every last one of you motherfuckers getting slapped. Bet that. Whoa, I feel like slapping a nigga today. Whoa.
That's what we on tonight. It's going down. Shouts to your boss that gets on your nerves. Listen, that's what it's on tonight. Silent Assassin, I'm there. I'm on a 15. I've been waiting for this day. Been vibrating all week. Lots to get into. Let's get it. First off, how's your week?
Good. Busy. Yeah.
Good.
Got a lot going on, yeah.
As long as you're busy. That's what I like to hear. Making that money, be busy. Me, on the other hand, wasn't so busy. I had a lot of time on my hands this week to see all the stories and topics and put this thing together. I'm on fire tonight. I am. So we got a lot to discuss. We got Jets Watch. We got, a little bit of NFL free agency. We got a little information about your Giants and Aaron Rodgers. I called this weeks ago. Called it. Still not done yet, but we're going to see. DeMarcus Lawrence, I just seen recently that DeMarcus Lawrence and Micah Parsons got into it online. And whose side you think I'm going to be on, right? We have Stephen A. Smith and LeBron James going at it. I'm going to talk about that. We have Angel Reese, what she said. Jeanie Buss, she said some stuff about the 2020 team. Paul George news. There's some Paul George news out there. And I'm telling you, I have so many clips in the chamber today. So many clips to fire off today. A lot. De'Aaron Fox got shut down by the Spurs. Tankathon is amongst us right now. It's already on the way for the Spurs. Mets news. And then I am debuting my new segment, Yanking My Chain. We doing that thing today. Well, what else we have? We have irrelevant news of the week. And then the greatest segment on the planet, Dummy of the Week. Where's my dummy button? What the hell is that?
Dummy, yeah.
We're just going to get right into it. Stephen A. Smith, LeBron James. We know the history. We know that Stephen A. Smith doesn't mess with LeBron. LeBron damn sure don't mess with Stephen A. Smith. This Bronny James situation has been in everybody's purview. Everybody's been talking about it, whether you're a small creator, medium creator, big time creator, you're on the ESPN, you're a big platform like Stephen A. Smith. Everybody has had their opinion on Bronny. And Bronny had a game in January, garbage time against the Philadelphia 76ers. Lakers were shorthanded, and Bronny got to play about the last 15 minutes of that game, got cooked, and did not look good as a pro. Stephen A. Smith then took to his platform to have this soliloquy and this plea to LeBron James. You need to stop this. You hear my Stephen A. voice. You need to stop this. LeBron, like, as a father, you need to stop this. You the one that put him in harm's way. You should stop this. Talking about, LeBron is the one that put Bronny in this position, and now he's not producing well, and he's leaving his son out there for criticism. Well, months later, we saw Bron pull up on Stephen A. Smith right before the fourth quarter game when they were playing the Knicks, and Bron told him straight up, don't talk about my son. Anything that got to do with Bronny, leave it out. Pressed him. So it was there. Then he went to his show. Then he went to the First Take and was like, I wasn't going to talk about it, but I had texts. I had all these things, and we know that's cap. We know that this was going to be broadcast news when it happened. So we was just waiting for your response. Then he says that he was like, that was a father that was coming at me. Well, then he went to Gilbert Arenas' podcast, Gil's Arena, and man, this man had a different tune. Talking about, he thought it was weak. He thought it was, I was never coming at Bronny. I was coming at you because you're the one that put him in harm's way. You're the one that used to say that Bronny can be able to run circles around some of these NBA players currently. You're the one that did that. So when he didn't produce, I had to be the one to say something and challenge it. No, you didn't. So here's my spin on this. In the history of Stephen A. Smith, you would see him talk about, if you got an issue with me, you can get on the phone. Or if I'm there, we can have a conversation. You can pull up on me. What did LeBron James decide to do, Silent Assassin?
Face to face like a man.
He pulled up on him.
Yeah.
So you're going to go call him weak for doing the same thing that you said that people are open to do. So for me, it was real interesting and funny. First off, he was dressed like Martin in the episode where Martin had the fake dog, black turtleneck with the chain on. I don't know what you thought you was coming up there doing, but nobody was intimidated by you, bro. That was weak. That outfit was weak. So my thing is this. Everybody that has criticisms about Bronny and people who hate LeBron, I'm going to say this one thing. As a father, there's no parent on planet Earth, unless you are a piece of garbage, that would not try to put their child in the best situation possible for them to succeed. Bronny was a McDonald's All-American. However you want to feel about that, it doesn't matter. We're not talking about that. He was a McDonald's All-American. He was a top 100, 150 recruit. He went to USC. His career was on a trajectory. He had NIL deals lined up, all of these things. The kid had a heart attack. So that trajectory that he was on got stalled. It bottomed out. LeBron James and Savannah had no idea what was going to happen with their son. So because of that, you have bigger issues. You don't know if this kid is going to be around, right? So at that point, now the plan has changed. Instead of staying at SC for maybe 2 years, maybe even 3, now we have to change course because we don't know how much time we do have. Not saying that he's going to die tomorrow, but you have seen your son's mortality in front of you. Anything can happen. I'm going to do the best in my ability to get him to live his dream now. I don't give a damn if he's ready. I'm going to make it happen because I have that power and that position to do so. Every single father or mother on planet Earth that's not a piece of garbage would do the same. So let's be honest. So for the people that don't like LeBron and now that's transferred to his kid, look goofy. He's a 55th pick in the draft. Go ahead and go look at all the picks in that round, even like 4 or 5 picks ahead of him. They're not doing anything in the league if they are in the league. Go look at their G League stats. Bronny's G League stats are way better than theirs. This is a 20-point scorer in the G League at this point. So when people talk about this kid is not ready, I don't hear you have the same smoke for those other people. But just because his name is LeBron James Jr., you got smoke for him. So it amazes me how big time content creators can still have a platform talking about this. This was months ago. Him and his father shared the court together as a great moment. Whether he earned it or not doesn't fucking matter. It happened. A father and a son in the NBA, we probably will never see it again. It's a moment that should have been captured. This kid hasn't been active in a game since January 20-something or whatever it was. He was active tonight on the roster. I don't even know if he played. I gotta see the box score. I didn't see the game. Lakers were shorthanded, so maybe he got some minutes tonight, but he's not somebody that should be making headlines. What father wouldn't hype up their son and say, yo, I seen Bronny play. I think he can play in the league right now. So that means that because he said that now, you have to keep receipts on that? Goofy. That means that you're hanging on to every word this guy says. You're a fan. Because if I'm not a fan of somebody, I'm not going to hang on to every word they say. If there's news to cover, I'll cover it. That's not news. That's low-hanging fruit. So for somebody like Stephen A. Smith to actually go up on Gil's Arena and look all tough and try to be a tough guy, I didn't see you looking tough in front of LeBron. Talking about, oh, well, I wasn't going to do nothing there because, there was a lot going on, a lot at stake. Like you was going to do anything anyway. So let's be honest. You can always look tough because you have the surroundings. Gilbert Arenas didn't test you like I thought he would. Because maybe he's trying to get a first take job. So I'll do it here. Just like Braun said, leave the kid alone. You have other stuff to talk about. And then I have other people saying, well, why didn't he do this to Skip Bayless? Skip Bayless isn't at Laker games. Skip Bayless is not pulling up at courtside. Skip Bayless doesn't have ESPN cameras following him around like they're a player. You are. I got time today. I got time today. I got time for everybody today. Moving on. Silence Assassin, I don't know if you can be able to pass me that thing in the corner there. If you can, I would appreciate it. There's a thing that's on wheels. I don't want to give it away. So just give me that thing that's on wheels if you can. Angel Reese, who is the young player in the WNBA. She is the what would I say? Thank you very much. She's one of the young budding stars in the WNBA. Caitlin Clark is actually the money getter, and we know about Angel Reese, that she likes to dress a certain way and dress, fancy, and she's a fashionista before the games. She has a whole bunch of big endorsement deals. She's in the limelight. She has her own podcast. Well, she had another player on her podcast, and they were talking about the union, the CBA, and how they're going to get out of the collective bargaining agreement to try to renegotiate and get more money. And then she said, well, because I'm trying to see, like, if they don't up the wages, then we're just going to have to strike. Okay. I understand that. I mean, there's nothing wrong with trying to increase wages in your sport. I'm all for that. I'm all for players getting more money. Here's the problem, though. When you're the one that's spearheading this conversation, yeah, I'm going to sit out. Here's what I got for you. So if you want to go ahead and boycott WNBA games because the money is not right, first off, matter of fact, no. Here's the suitcase that you can fucking pack and ship your ass off to wherever you want to go. Because at the end of the day, that's all you're worth. Your game is garbage. You can't make a layup. And this is the same girl that she says that, oh, I don't need WNBA money. I got other money. So then what's the problem? If you don't need WNBA money, then what's the problem? But here's the other issue is that she said, oh, well, damn, well, the other girls coming after me a couple years down the road, they're going to be making more money than me. Yeah, that's how it works in sports. When you renegotiate and your TV rights deals go up, that means salaries go up for people that signed after you. That's just typical mathematics. Doesn't need to be a smart person to figure that out. So, and then you want to be the person to boycott and strike against the WNBA? Where does your endorsements come from? Oh, playing for the WNBA. I got it. So the big mouth that can't make a layup and looks horrible on the court, she got the mouth. But the superstar player, she just hoops. She just gets in the weight room, she's doing her thing, and she's getting ready for season. While you over here spreading your garbage. You know why the TV rights and all the other stuff can't go up for the WNBA? Because they're losing money. They lost a lot of money last year. Attendance is still not where it should be. And other people in regards to people with the big dollars still don't feel comfortable in investing into the WNBA. Also, you have women that don't want to watch. The people that I know that love the WNBA in my anecdotal circle are all men. Every single one of them. I have 2 friends that have season tickets to the Liberty. They're not women. So for the women, if you guys want to grow this sport, you need to get the women to watch the WNBA. Then when the women come, men are already here. We're already watching. We're already seeing exactly what the talent is. Get them to come along, and then the TV rights can go out the roof. Then salaries and stuff can increase. Then you can probably be able to get some percentage in regards to your merchandise, the revenue sharing. Cool. But at this point, why should they share revenue when they barely got revenue coming in? I'm not sharing my $6 with you. You get your contract, I'm keeping my $6. That's how it works. So for the big mouth again, focus on making layups. Once you start putting a layup package together where you can be able to make layups consistently and you're not averaging 19 rebounds on 10 misses, then we don't have suitcases to tell your ass to pack your bags and go somewhere else if you want to strike. Don't nobody care. No one cares. Now, if Caitlin Clark says that, hey, what do we need to do to make sure that you are not striking? Because you're the iron, you're the money horse right here. You are the wagon that brings this thing along, right? That's how I see it. So Angel Reese needed to shut her mouth. And I mean that in the nicest way possible. Like, no disrespect, but work on your game. All of this podcasting, all of this other stuff that you got going on, you kind of remind me of somebody else who's overrated. His name is Micah Parsons. You don't want to be that guy. Do what you do for your sport. Make your layups. go to layup school. Go to layup school and go figure out how your game is supposed to work. And then when your game works the right way, then you can be able to wield a bigger sword and be able to negotiate.
Shots fired! Shots fired!
I'm not playing today. Burger King is hiring. And so is Delta. You don't want to play? Go sign up for Delta. That's all I'm saying. Moving on. I got time today. So I got time. I do. Let's see what else we got in regards to the NBA. Jeanie Bus.
Shots fired! Shots fired!
Jeanie Bus got me really upset today because she has been a penny pinching owner for quite some time now. She had an interview about the 2020 championship team. And she says, I have regrets of not keeping that team together for the following years, the subsequent years that followed after, because I do believe that we could have won more championships. Now revisionist history is rich. It's so rich that you can be able to say that now. When it was happening and you chose to not re-sign Alex Caruso because of luxury tax reasons. Now he's on Oklahoma City and they got the best record in the NBA. You would have still had that kid. You could have been able to win 1 or 2 more titles in that span. But you decide that pinching pennies, renaming your arena so you can get more dollars is more important than keeping the team on the court that actually brings the money in.
Dummy, yeah.
Make it make sense. That team was designed to keep winning. How the NBA teams are designed now, Silent Assassin, is how that Lakers team was designed in 2020. 2 superstars, role players, bigs that can be able to rim run. You got defensive players on the perimeter. You got guys that can knock down threes. Every team that is good in the NBA has that formula. Yet you had it in your myths and you got rid of it because you didn't want to pay. So why should I believe that you do it now? When you had it, you didn't want it. Didn't want to pay luxury tax for Alex Caruso. Don't want to pay the extra $15 or $17 million it would have cost. I don't want to hear it. I don't want to hear nothing about no revisionist history when it comes to those 2020 Lakers. That team could have been a mini dynasty of how good they were. Vets, young guys, defense, they had chemistry. That team could have been good for 3 to 4 years. Changing a couple of parts here and there. Yet you decide to blow it up. I don't blame Rob Pelinka for that because I know I know the call came from the house, so to speak. Rob takes orders from you, not the other way around. I got time today. Moving on. Since I'm on this starting hot today, Paul George. Yes, Paul George. The same Paul George that was podcasting more than he was playing this season. That guy, right? All of a sudden he said, I want to focus on, trying to compete for a championship and helping build, bring a championship to the Philadelphia 76ers. Well. So the time has passed. A couple of weeks has passed. And now Paul George he's consulting with his doctors because he might have to shut it down for the season. And then some new reports came out. Shouts to my man Bishop because he's always bringing the good news for me. I'm going to go ahead and pull that up. What's going on right now is that Sam Amico wrote a piece and said, Sixers will try to trade Paul George this summer. Oh, man. So he just signed the contract. Man played, podcasting as well. Podcast P's doing his thing. Now they have buyer's remorse and they're going to ship his ass out of town. What gave it away? Why just sign him in the first place? Paul George is not a winning player. He's not. He's on the Clippers. You saw what happened there. He's a number 2. But if Embiid is no longer here, you can't have him as your number 1, and the Sixers know that. That's why they're getting rid of him, because Embiid might not be back next year. And if this guy has to be your number 1 player and have all the other guys have to follow his lead, that is a recipe for disaster. Just put the tarp on the field. Put the tarp on the court and just don't even play no games at that point. So, yeah, this is smart. Get his ass out of town. I don't know who's going to take that contract because he is turning 35. He is often injured. So we'll see. We'll see where Waldo George ends up. We'll see. I damn sure don't want him on my team. Keep him far away from the Lakers. He's the ops. We don't want him. But it's so rich that you would leave the Clippers to go to the Sixers. It turns into a dumpster fire. You going to go somewhere else? There's a new jinx. There's a new jinx in town. It ain't Chris Paul. It's this guy. It's Paul George. Like I said, I got time today. I do. Moving on. My Lakers got killed tonight. They lost by 20 to the Milwaukee Bucks as we have this death schedule ahead of us. 6 games in 8 days or something like that, or 8 games in 9 days. Some nonsense. We have a whole bunch of back-to-backs coming up. LeBron's out. He's out for at least a week or 2 with a strained groin. It's a grade 1 strain. He missed the game against the Nets. Loss. He missed tonight's game. Loss. He's going to miss tomorrow night's game against the Denver Nuggets, who are very hot. What do you think is going to happen? Loss. I like Luka. I think Luka is a great player. Luka is not what makes this team go. Everybody's realizing that without LeBron, Luka is not the guy that can be able to lead this team where it needs to go. You need the pieces. LeBron is a 1A to Luka's 1B or vice versa, whatever it is. You have to have LeBron come back. He had 45 points tonight. It's the most points he's scored since early in the season, before he got injured. This is his high for the Lakers since he's been a Laker. But you lost by 20. For you to get 45 points and lose by 20 shows a different concern. Yes, we were underhanded and understaffed today. We didn't have Rui Hachimura. We didn't have LeBron James. Who else? We don't have our center. I can't remember his name right now. It's my guy. But team is shorthanded. We get it. But you still have to try to find a way to be competitive. Austin Reeves, since he's come back from the injury, has not looked good. He can't find a shot anymore. He's just not consistent. We lost the game against the Brooklyn Nets because Luka didn't have an efficient game. Dorian Finney-Smith didn't play. Austin Reeves could not buy a bucket. So the team that was hot, that was the hottest team in the league for quite some time, is now showing that vulnerability because we're not full staff. It's a concern. I don't know how this road trip is going to go or this stretch is going to go, but I don't see the Lakers winning much games in this stretch. And I worry that they're going to drop from being number 2 that they were. They're already number 4. I don't know how far they can drop, because if they go on a 6-game losing streak, that's a concern. You want to wait until guys get healthy, because we know what this team looks like when they're fully healthy. Number 1 or top 3 in defensive efficiency. Number 1 or top 3 in offensive efficiency. Rebounding is middle of the pack. they scheme very well. LeBron and Luka play very well off each other. So I'm concerned, but I also know that help is coming. But I need to see what Luka can be able to do by himself, because that's going to give me a window into what post LeBron is going to look like for the Lakers. When he's gone, this is it. Well, if we get another star, cool. That's not a guarantee. So the 45 points I like, but there has to be a way to, he got to figure out a way to be a lot more competitive in the game. I know the Bucks are a good team. They're hot right now, but to lose a game by 20 after the Knicks beat them, not the Knicks, the Pacers beat them on a buzzer beater type of, like, come on now. We're better than the Pacers, and we didn't give them a better fight than the Pacers did. It's concerning to me. So we'll see what happens. But I'm just cautiously optimistic. But I just want Braun to come back, please, please. I love Luka, but Braun need to come back. I'm tired of this. Moving on. De'Aaron Fox has been shut down by the San Antonio Spurs. He underwent surgery on his pinky. There was some ruptured tendons that he has in his finger, so they went ahead and did the surgery, shut him down for the season. So we already know that Tankathon is well on its way. They're trying to get their position where if they can be able to get a top 5 pick, you're adding a top 5 pick that had globs of potential with a De'Aaron Fox and a Victor Wembanyama. They can be able to be good for a very, very long time, and I think that's what the plan is. So, we see exactly what's going on. I don't know how the NBA and David Stern could be able to stop the tanking. There got to be a way to do this, but I have no solutions right now. You can't put into the CBA in regards to fines and penalties and stuff like that. It's just, it's virtually impossible. How can you be able to tell somebody that they are not eligible for a surgery, or they're not actually injured when they're listed on the injury report? You just can't. You know what I mean? So it's tough. I hate to see it. There's too much tanking that goes on in the NBA to my liking, and I don't like it. Moving on. We have NFL news. Free agency ran amok, and a couple of people switched places. You have Cooper Kupp that got released. I'm going to talk about that in a couple of minutes. Did you see any moves, Silent Assassin, that impressed you in regards to NFL free agency? Did you see anything that kind of like, put your eyebrows up like, oh, that's an interesting move?
I guess the DK Metcalf
To the Steelers?
trade, and then he signed, right?
Yeah.
Pretty big deal.
5 years, 150.
Yeah, because that would be, especially how they kind of faded off last year.
Yeah.
Like they were doing like really, really great, and then all of a sudden just like.
Yeah, because they have a knucklehead for a receiver. He's a dumb out.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah, so it's going to be interesting to see. And then obviously whoever comes in as quarterback, I think that will be a pretty interesting addition to the team. So. Yeah,
for me, the DK move scratched my head a little bit on it, because I was just like.
Because he's a bit older too, right? He's been around for a minute.
No, he's on the younger side. The problem with DK that I've always had is that when you look at this guy, he's a physical specimen. Like literally. You would think that he would be physically imposing on smaller cornerbacks. He would just destroy them, right? They can't guard him. They would have to hold and all of this stuff. But there's been times throughout his career, more often than not, that he's been taken out of games. So he's a bit of a head case. So I'm curious to see if Mike Tomlin can be able to get him on track and keep him focused. But I don't want to see him get taken out of a game by a 5'9" cornerback. Like, that should never happen to a guy that's physically imposing. You know what I'm saying? So those are the concerns that I have, and I think Seattle had the same concerns as well as they're trying to, they're actually trying to cut bait, cut salary and stuff like that. They got rid of Geno. He's now on the Vegas Raiders, right? So there's a concern that I have about DK, but if there's anybody that can be able to get the best out of him, I think Mike Tomlin can. So I'm curious to see exactly what happens. I think, to be honest with you, I think Russell Wilson comes back. I do see that the Steelers they're talking to Joe Flacco. They're talking to Russell Wilson. They don't necessarily want to wait for a certain person that we're going to discuss as well. Klaw's in the building. What's up, guy?
Hey, what's up? How are you?
Glad to have you here, man.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah. So you missed the start of the show. It was very entertaining.
All right, cool. Do it over.
No, absolutely not.
Fun.
No. But you're just in time though. You're just in time for, we're talking about NFL free agency, so this is your favorite time of year.
It is, buddy.
It is. Is there any moves that you saw that you liked?
Shit. Honestly, bro. I mean, I didn't mind the DK move. I think that move was a good play. That was a trade, though.
Yeah, Silent Assassin was just talking about that. That's a trade. Yeah.
You like DK? Pause. That sounds crazy.
Yeah, it was great.
I like the piercing. It's pretty cool.
All right. Okay. But I'm not mad at that move. I'm not mad at Reddick on the Buccaneers. I think that was solid.
Hassan Reddick?
Yeah, I wasn't mad at that. Granted, you know where I'm going to go off the back.
No, go ahead.
Justin Fields.
Oh, no, we ain't get there yet. We ain't get there yet.
All right, well.
I get it. I get it.
You know what I mean, or what? Hold on a second. I'm going to get you the exact factuals from what I recall. Holy shit. Damn, we got some. Okay. Things are getting interesting. Hold on. All right. Hey, listen, Gardner Minshew is on the Chiefs, so that shit made my day today.
Yeah.
Gardner Minshew made it to the Chiefs. Mason Rudolph back to the Steelers.
Yeah, so I'm looking.
And Mac Jones to the 49ers.
Mac Jones to the 49ers.
I like that.
Listen, he can be able to repair his career.
Chargers signed Mike Williams. I'm sorry.
Okay. I don't know how much he has left though.
Yeah, I mean, it's, the Evan Ingram pickup for the Broncos is solid.
You know what pick that I liked? I liked Sam Darnold going to the Seahawks.
I'm cool with that.
I'm cool with that. Really like that move, and the fact that he got 3 years, like 110.
Yeah, I like that bag for him.
Yeah,
but I just don't know what's left over there. Like that coaching staff, like Pete Carroll's not there.
Well, they're starting over.
Yeah,
they're starting over, which is good for Darnold because there's no pressure.
For sure,
there's no pressure to win right now.
Not at all.
You know what I mean? So he can be able to still continue to develop, which is good.
No, that's a fact. DeAndre Hopkins to the Ravens.
That's a big move.
It's a big move.
It's a big move.
Hey, for that team, he's paired up with what's his name again?
Yeah.
So that's cool. But we'll see what it turns into. Daniel Jones to the Colts.
That one is very puzzling to me because that shows me that they are not sold on Richardson.
No, it's over.
Which means that Richardson is not going to start. Which means that I think they still believe in him, but they're bringing in Daniel Jones to play.
Exactly.
They're not bringing him in to be a backup.
No.
They're bringing him in to compete for that QB1.
Yeah, exactly what you said. A QB spot is definitely the move.
Yeah.
Another thing that I'm seeing out here, which is ironic, is the 49ers released Kyle Juszczyk.
Yeah.
I didn't
Kyle
see that
Juszczyk.
coming. Yeah, I didn't see that coming.
Well, listen, I saw it coming because, I'm going to talk about them, obviously, as well. So, yeah, okay. So I agree with you in regards to these moves here.
Hold on.
Yes, go ahead.
I'm not done.
Go ahead.
Dolphins signed Zach Wilson.
The Dolphins got Zach Wilson? That's your man.
Watch him cook, too. I go hold you.
He's not. Cook where?
Watch him cook.
Cook where?
He going to do it.
Where's Mike White?
Exactly.
That's what I want to know. Where's Mike White?
Who else? I mean, DJ Reed went to the Lions.
That's a good pickup for them.
That wasn't bad at all. They cleaned up a little bit. Khalil Mack, Bosa to the Bills.
Bosa to the Bills. Like that move.
I like that move.
And they got him for $12 million, which is
Not
a fair
bad
deal.
at all. Like, you know what I mean? Straight out the gate. You know what I mean?
Did Von Miller get picked up?
I don't see him out there now.
Because he got cut. He got cut by the Bills.
Chargers signed Najee Harris.
Okay.
See what that looks like. Hold on a second, because it's good, yo. It's been a good time. Out of a lot of teams, though, the team I seen doing the most damage, Patriots are like stacking up low.
The Patriots, they want in on a lot of players.
They are stacking up, nice and heavy.
I like what the Commanders did when they traded for Laramie Tunsil.
Mm-hmm.
It's a good move for them.
And then Devontae to the Rams.
Yeah, Devontae to the Rams, pretty decent deal.
Not mad at it.
Josh Sweat to the Cardinals. That's a
mad at
big
that.
move. That's a big loss. You know, Eagles lost some players, man, but they also do have some young guys that they can be able to fall back on.
They lost Milton Williams as well.
Yeah. The biggest L to me in free agency got to be the Dallas Cowboys.
Yeah.
Like, all they did was do what they always do. Bargain bazaar shop. They went to go get former first round picks that kind of like have not panned out, that teams have just discarded to the wayside. Yeah, we can be able to get them to potential. No, they're busts. They're bums.
I mean, yeah, they got Javonte Williams.
That's the okay.
That's not. I mean,
Well, what line though?
I didn't say all that, bro. I'm just
And
saying
on
what they
top of that, why didn't they sign back my man whatchamacallit, the running back last year?
did. Dwayne.
Yeah, my man Dowdle, my man Rico Dowdle, who had a good year.
Yeah.
So you get rid of.
Where did he go? He went somewhere.
He's a free agent. I don't think he got signed yet.
Sheesh. That's crazy.
So all these things is crazy. So yeah, Cowboys definitely took the L for me.
And guess what? Hey, you ain't got to worry about that no more, man. They're gone.
Absolutely not. But I do have this to talk about. Mm-hmm. Silent Assassin, cue the picture, please. So DeMarcus Lawrence left the Cowboys in free agency. He now signed with the Seattle Seahawks. I think it was 3 years, $42 million or something like that. Mm-hmm. So which kind of works out to what, $14 million a year. I think he got anywhere between half that guaranteed. So they had an interview, and he said that he's there now. He has to get a coat because it's a lot colder in Seattle, and then he said, I was never going to win a Super Bowl there, so yeah, I had to get up out of there. That's what he said about Dallas, right?
Respect it.
So then Micah Parsons, if you can see the tweet on the screen here, Micah Parsons, he now responds and was like, oh, you're a clown. And then DeMarcus Lawrence responds. So let me go and get it and get the actual, here it is. So Micah Parsons responds, he said, this is what rejection and envy look like. This is some clown shit, right?
Clown shit.
Yeah, clown shit. So then DeMarcus Lawrence said, calling me a clown won't change the fact that I told the truth. Maybe if you spent less time tweeting and more time winning, I wouldn't have left.
And that's somebody on your defense that's telling you that.
Yo, listen, I've been waiting for somebody to call his ass out. I've been waiting because how long have I been on this train? Huh? So now you got DeMarcus Lawrence, who was on the team, and told him, you need to start focusing on football instead of focusing on your stupid ass podcast, right? You the Angel Reese of football. That's who you are.
You need to focus on football and not ball foot.
Facts. You know what I'm saying? So that's my whole thing. It's just like, yo, dude, you got a guy that was a Cowboy longer than you were. He got there in 2014. Spent 11 seasons with the Cowboys. You just got here. And you're supposed to be the new ace in town. You ain't doing nothing. Yeah, you got the sack numbers, but where is the actual impact of the team? You're not TJ Watt. You're not Nick Bosa. You're not Joey Bosa. You're not Joshua. You're not any of these guys that are impact players. You're not Myles Garrett, who got the bag. Myles Garrett just got the bag, and sad part is that Micah is going to get paid more money than Myles Garrett.
It's ridiculous.
Just because he's the next man up, but he's not better. He doesn't make the Cowboys any better. He's not their leader. He's not the emotional leader on the team. He's just a big mouth. And that's the problem that I got with him. You got smoke. You constantly on social media. But what happens when the game is on? They're holding me. You can see so everybody gets held. When you're a great player, you get held. TJ Watt gets held on every play.
Facts.
Every single play. Ray Lewis used to get held on every single play. So if you want to be in that ilk of player, you need to perform instead of making excuses. And your man saw you in the locker room every day for the last 3 years. You don't think that he knows your tendencies?
Right.
You don't think that he knows what your work ethic looks like? You don't think he knows how much you tweet and how much you're on your phone instead of watching film? So I don't blame DeMarcus Lawrence for leaving. I left. I left for the same reason. Dumpster fire.
Where'd you go?
Oh, we're gonna talk about that in a second.
Okay.
I got some stuff in the clip for them too. Yeah. But yeah, so shouts to DeMarcus Lawrence for speaking his truth and calling out that fraud. Because Micah Parsons is a fraud. Until I see anything different, that's all he is. All he is a podcaster. That's it. Now we're going to go to Jets Watch.
I don't have a beer open, but
I mean, you didn't bring it. It's your fault.
Yeah, you know.
Then there might be a beer in the fridge, too.
I don't know.
What are your thoughts on free agency so far?
I mean, I'm not mad at it.
Okay.
I'm not mad at it. I mean, ideally, what I do like about this regime that I'm seeing is that it's more about what's best for the team and not what's going to keep fans in the stands.
Well, but aren't two of them the same?
What's best for the teams and what's going to keep fans in the stands?
Yeah.
No, you can have the whole Green Bay Packers like we had last year and keep fans in the stands and still not get the results of the team being better.
Not necessarily. If the fans don't agree with the direction of the team, they won't buy tickets.
Who doesn't agree? You don't agree?
I'm talking about fans in general.
I mean, like I said, I'm telling you, I'm not mad at it.
No, I'm saying
Yeah.
you're speaking from your personal standpoint.
Yeah, but
I'm just talking about on a grander scale.
They don't get no grander than me, bro. All right, let's just back off.
All right.
No, but seriously, I mean, listen, I'm looking at the moves that they've been making, and granted, like I would have loved to keep Aaron Rodgers. Realistically, I thought that would be a an option.
Right.
As I've watched, just the weeks go on, and then it's like, all right, what are they doing here? You know what I'm saying? Like, what is the play overall? And then you think about it, and it's like, all right, where are these guys coming from?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Both these guys, one of them guys a former Jet, cool. That's just for, that's like the Madden setting of, I'm a former player and I turned coach. Like, that's one thing. The other thing is that they're both coming from Sean Payton.
Okay.
So you're getting Sean Payton guys that pretty much know certain defenses, certain offenses, had a good rapport. A lot of it had good rapport in the Broncos. And a lot of it has a good rapport in Detroit. And those are both previous systems that the Broncos weren't a bad team last year. Like, they're still underdeveloped. They're still developing. But they were a solid and well-coached football team. So I think certain things you may have to do in order to, if you buy a house and, I love this house, man, do that. But you know what? Like, this wallpaper doesn't belong in the kitchen. I have to take out this wallpaper because it's not my house yet. And that wallpaper might have been like Donna Karen or Rito Palazzo, whoever's, fucking
Rico Palazzo.
whoever's stuff it was. But at the same time, it doesn't mean that it's going to be the stuff that actually help this house value and get better. And we have to get the house better. So I think we're watching this episode is called Control the House, get the house back, and make the team the focal point rather than the position players, as well as
It's pretty much the Bill Belichick design.
It's the Bill Belichick design. It's just no nonsense football. It's a Mike Tomlin situation too. It's that energy that's coming. Like, oh, listen, this is what is important. If you can't get in line, fam, as great as you are, I appreciate you, but nah. What episode was that? Man, was it Rock? Or somebody said, yo, you got to get out of my house. Like, I think it was Rock. Rock beat the shit out of somebody in the crib.
Rock.
It was Rock. So that type of shit, like, it's like, listen, bro, you great at what you do, but That's not what this is about. What this is about is rebuilding this team back and getting this team so that it will never quit like it did last year.
Okay. All right. I mean, listen, I can't really come at you for your opinion. You've been a lifelong Jet, and you are gonna be optimistic about the new regime. And
You said I'm gonna die as a Jet. What you said?
No, I said
Oh.
you're optimistic
Nah,
as,
fuck
as a Jets fan.
So let me just go through the list of what we got.
Yeah.
All right. Brandon Stevens from the Ravens,
Okay.
cornerback.
I like that.
DJ
move.
Reed left. We got this guy from Valley Stream, Long Island, Andre Cisco,
Long Island.
Long Island, safety. We needed that. We needed help safety-wise. We franchise tagged our safety that we had. I believe I forgot his name. I'm going to find out. Hold on. Ashton Davis is gone. Went to Miami. We picked up former Titan edge rushers Rashad Weaver. 1-year deal. I never heard of him. Released Rodgers officially.
$49 million dead cap hit.
Yeah, I know. Spread out though, but we're fucked. 25 years. Yeah, I mean 25 a year, damn near. I think they're dropping, like Lazard leaves. We clip him, I think. We get 6 back from the 12 that he's owed. So they're gonna clean house. I think that's what the CJ Mosley shit was about. I think they just had to drop him.
They cut him.
They cut him, but they got to probably bring him back like June or something like that.
I don't think he's gonna want to come back.
I don't think he would either. But I think it's a contract dump. But then they're signing. In order for this Justin Fields shit to work, the offensive line has to be stacked.
Because it isn't.
It isn't. So they signed. I was talking to Black yesterday. He said some real wild, crazy shit. But he was like, "Yeah, we signed this guy from the Patriots." And I was like, "Who'd you sign?" Or Steelers, whoever. And he's like, "Offensive tackle." And he's like, once I couldn't say his last name, he said he was African. And I was like, "That's foul." But his last name is Okafor, so he's
Oh, I know that dude.
Yeah.
I mean, he's not bad, but he's not a game changer.
Nah. Then we got a Packers center, Josh Myers, formerly of Ohio State as well. So now we have an Ohio State reunion, which is the same. We've seen this episode before. CJ dumped, and we just got Jameen Davis. I don't know what the fuck that is. Got a tight end, former Charger, Stone Smart. Love his first name. Badass.
This man's never gonna play.
Yeah, probably not. And veteran defensive tackle Byron Coward. And we just picked up another DT. Bengals DJ Tufele. Defensive tackle as well.
Okay, so I mean, I'm
moving.
sure
They're moving.
they're
with
not.
non-household
They're
names.
they're getting marginal pieces to
Right.
be able to fill out the roster.
Right.
That's what they're doing. They're not getting any impact players, but free agency's not finished yet, so we'll see.
But and just before
Yes, go ahead.
I'm happy with that approach where it's like, okay, let's fill out this roster with growable talent, developmental talent. That's the word.
Yeah, developmental talent.
Yeah, that part. So doing that rather than go for a name, go for this, going that, which we just did that last year. We went for names. We went every name in the fucking book we could possibly get, and realistically, it doesn't work for the Jets. Maybe this can work, and that's my approach for this year.
Like I said, cautiously optimistic.
That's it.
There's nothing wrong with that. I don't hate that approach at all. I have a different spin though.
Help yourself.
You had showed me a podcaster that was very, very excited about the Justin Fields.
Did you get his name?
I don't. You have it on our thread, but we send a lot of stuff back and forth, so you might have to scroll up. He was very excited because he liked the connection between Justin Fields and Wilson being Ohio State guys and all of that, blah, blah, blah. And, the potential for him to be good. And I was just like, I know Klaw sent this to me because he was excited when he saw it. And I was just like, I don't
know
want
this guy.
I don't want to burst this bubble, but I have to. Because I've never seen no Josh Fields. He ain't Justin. His name is Josh until further notice.
His name's kind of fire though. Pat Murtaugh.
Pat Murtaugh. Salute to Pat Murtaugh because he's a great content creator. I actually like the clip. because he brought the smoke. He brought the energy. I loved it, right? But I don't agree. I don't agree with that. Josh Fields ain't do nothing in the league yet. The man can't pass the football. He went to the Steelers last year, looked like garbage, and the fact that he got benched for Russell Wilson, who's washed, it shows you a lot. It shows you a lot. I don't care. I don't give a damn what kind of Chinese connection he got or whatever he got with Garrett Wilson. I don't care. I don't give a damn what it is. You can't throw the football. So a wide receiver that needs to catch the ball from a guy that can't throw it, it don't work. You got a bad offensive line, which means he's going to be running for his life the entire season. Give me somebody who can throw the damn football. That's why Aaron Rodgers was good. That's why a guy like Sam Darnold was good. He can throw the football. This guy can't throw the football. And on top of that, you give him $40 million. Basically guaranteed. I don't like it. I don't like it. Go draft yourself a quarterback. Play him then. Play the young guy. If you have some developmental coaches that are in the building, then just draft one. I'd rather go that way. Go get Cam Ward. Go get Shador Sanders. I don't want no damn Josh Fields. I know people go, his name is Judge. No, it's not. No, it's not. We still got Ahmad Gardner on the team, right? He's still there?
Still there.
He hasn't gotten his name back yet. Until I see it, it's gone for further notice.
What do you have to see?
That he can actually cover somebody.
Okay. I thought you had to see the sauce.
Instead of getting burned. I don't want to see no sauce. Relax. You got to. You have to relax. I know you just got here. You just gotta relax.
Just trying to save you, bro.
But yeah, no. I'm not excited. I'm not impressed. There's nothing that Justin Fields has done in the league that impresses me.
But that's the point of the signing.
You had plenty of other guys that you can have potential with.
Could have.
Go sign Trey Lance or somebody.
Why?
He got potential.
It hasn't worked.
He's a former top 5 pick.
Yo, I think it wasn't a bad move. It's not the best move, but it doesn't say bridge quarterback, but it is a bridge quarterback.
It does say bridge quarterback.
Yeah, but it doesn't say it without saying. It's more upside than signing a Kirk Cousins. It's more upside than signing a Joe Flacco.
That is true.
It's more upside than signing a Trey Lance. It's more upside.
Why?
Because the Trey Lance shit is like, it's proven in way more different systems that this shit has not worked. It won't work.
He hasn't played.
And there's a reason why he hasn't played.
Bro, he wasn't playing over Dak Prescott.
And that says a lot.
And when he started playing in San Francisco, he got hurt. He got hurt, and that's when they put Brock Purdy in.
Right. Hey, I just call it how I see it, man.
Nah, I get it. I'm not coming at you. I'm just saying.
Hey, man.
Like I see the they're looking at it from, hey, he still has potential to be this. So let's give him a shot. But come on now.
But it's also
he can't throw the football.
All right.
Klaw.
He's thrown it before.
When?
In college. And who did he throw the ball to? Let's get to the meat and tits.
In college, defenses are not the same.
I understand this. And the football's bigger too. Did you know that?
In NFL, yes.
No, in college.
I don't think so.
I think it is wide. It is. But what I'm saying is this. You had a disgruntled wide receiver who was upset that with his previous quarterback, he was sidelined. I disagree with that because basically he was still getting more touches with Devontae Adams there.
Bro, the dude almost had 100 catches this year.
Because
how you complain about 100 catches?
He wasn't the one. The year before, he was still getting catches, but he was the one, so he had the top cornerback on him. This year, he didn't. So he was able to get open and do Michael Jordan catches. But then you gave him his guy. Oh, I want Josh. Or Justin, that's his name. Give me Justin.
I got you.
Oh, yeah, so you messed it up. And give me my guy. Okay, we're going to give you what you want. Hey, do you want your center too? Yeah, give me my center too. It's my team. Okay, here you go. Because that's the shit that's going on right now. I get it. Am I expecting the world to be blue tomorrow? If I was Crip, maybe. But it might not be. It might be red. And I just have to live life at a different hue.
Man had 66% passer was a completion percentage, 1,100 yards, 5 touchdowns, and interception. That's what his stats were last year.
What?
6.9 yards per attempt. He had a QB rating of 93.3. And he had a QBR of 50.8. And he played
4 games.
6 games.
And how many touchdowns and how many interceptions?
He had 5 touchdowns and a 1 interception in 6 games.
I hear upside. I don't.
So if you factor that over a stretch of a full NFL season, he's throwing you 18 touchdowns. For a starting quarterback,
And
18 touchdowns. Dude, you got running backs that get more than that.
When the fuck did we have, outside of Aaron Rodgers, when the fuck did we have 18 touchdowns?
Ryan Fitzpatrick had 20-something touchdowns.
That was 10 years ago,
It
bro.
doesn't matter. You just asked the question. I answered it.
All right. Recently, no one ever got us that. The whole fucking what's his
Because you
fucking
had
name?
rubbish throwing the football.
Exactly. So what I'm trying
And
to
you're bringing in rubbish.
and he can run. He got legs. He's 24 years old. Fucking let him do it, bro. That's it. Bro, we could be the Yankees right now. All right? Relax yourself. We could be the fucking Yankees.
I just don't like it.
That navy blue is black and blue now.
Yo, facts. I just don't like it. I
listen,
won't.
I had to sleep with it.
I won't.
I sat in the shower in the corner, just rocking back and forth and thinking about it. I was like, you know
Yeah.
what? This isn't that bad.
Okay, so you had to trick yourself into it.
Yeah. But then I'm like, you know what? But I'm not being convinced like I usually am. It gives us more. Now I'm excited to see what we do in the draft. That, like, do we even listen? If they can do what I think they're gonna do, if we don't go defense, and we don't get the edge rusher, if he's there or whatever, I doubt he'll be there. And we actually go offense, and I feel like in that spot you can trade back, get more. They got 8 draft picks: 1, 2, 3, 4, 2 in the 5, 2 in the 6. If you trade back one slot, because you know who you really want to get, he's going to be there, and you go get that stud tight end that's out there, you're building your team like no other. And if you do that and that's a motto that I think they did in what's the name? They did in Detroit. They got Laporta. Laporta was a difference maker off rip. Safety blanket. Use another guy. I think the guy they just got would be the blocking tight end. We're starting like little by little. We're inching along to something that could be something. Now maybe they go defense, and then they get a edge rusher or something like that, or they go offensive line. I don't know, but I feel like trading back, you took all that extra pressure off your team that did not have to be there in the first place in this regime.
Okay.
If they would have took one of those quarterbacks, you did the same thing you did with Zach Wilson. It's the same exact shit. And if the shit doesn't work, the whole fucking regime blows out. That's not what this team needs.
Okay.
Okay,
I'm just, like I said, I don't like it, so I am going to keep that energy, but at the same time, if it works, obviously we are Jets fans, so we're going to accept it and make sure that we support our team and do the best we can. That's all we can do.
You just scared the shit out of me.
Why?
I'm waiting for you to start crawling around the ceiling and do the ring thing. Are you twitching?
Because I was positive?
Is his eye twitching?
No.
It is
See it in
twitching,
the
right?
light.
It's the right one's it's like half closed.
I'm trying to be nice.
The lights are flickering. Well,
Yeah, I'm
shit.
trying to be nice. Do you want me to go nuclear? I don't want to do it.
Well, this is good. Yo, listen. Allow me to talk you off the ledge. 'Cause I had to talk myself off the ledge for years.
Listen, I
Hey,
am
bro.
What was the line? I think this is gonna be my line for the year. I hope that I'm wrong. I hope that I'm wrong.
I hope you're wrong too.
That's it. I hope that you can say, hey, you were wrong, buddy. And I say, you know what? You're right. That's it.
Oh, man, that's scary.
I'm okay with that. I'm okay with that. Did y'all hear about Xavier Worthy
I heard his name is in the news.
for DV?
Really?
Yeah.
He's fast.
Violation. So accused of DV by his fiance, but witnesses say the real story is a lot deeper
Ooh.
than that. So they're saying that rumor is he caught her cheating. Then she abused him and destroyed some of his stuff when he asked her to move out of his house they shared.
Fair enough.
So,
Does that happen all the time?
in regards to their relationship,
Oh no, I'm just saying it's like the song. They make song. I broke the windows out your car. Like, don't they waiting to exhale?
right,
It's just been going on for years.
for years.
That's why you get insurance.
So we have a female in the room, and you know these things are very sensitive. But if there was something that was like this story rumored, kind of muddies the water, doesn't it?
It's kind of like the Chris Brown Rihanna situation.
Right.
Because they both smacked each other.
Right.
But it's like, just because he's a guy, should he get all like the heat for it when
Correct.
she also did the same thing?
She.
So.
Scratch
Could-
the
could-
shit out of
Can
it.
you just think about that dynamic, right? Two young, budding
Power
power stars at that time, but they were still on the rise.
Supernovas.
Right, supernovas. Like, got together, they're in a relationship, something bad happens, and one becomes a billionaire, and the other one is still recovering
From cocaine addiction.
from whatever.
I'm a fan. But
That many people are.
I get a lot of hate actually for it.
Many people are, but it's crazy how he still has to wear that jacket.
Yeah.
But that was the plan. That was the whole plan with the whole shit. They try to burn them down. And certain people have it. Like,
There's times where I tell you not to wear your conspiracy hat, but go ahead.
it's facts though.
No, go ahead. Go ahead, bro.
It's one of the things. Like, certain people
You're cooking right now.
you have to burn them down, and they're like, "Oh, we gotta kill, we gotta get them," and they press all buttons, but it's too deep. Like, their talent is too rich, and they'll overcome these situations, and they'll be more human, and people will fuck with them even more because, like, you know what, I did that shit too. He's my man.
He was on the MJ trajectory.
He was on it, and had he got it, he would have surpassed.
Oh yeah,
He would have surpassed because he's still putting out smoke.
he's fly.
Nicole goes to
I mean, you know, outside of that apparatus that he was stuck on for for a half hour, and they had to bring the ladder on stage and take him off. You didn't see that?
Oh no.
Goofy. He was tight too.
Does Chris Brown do the pictures like Usher, like the $1,000 pictures and shit like that?
He does like the very sensual, touchy pictures.
How many you took? We got her.
We got
I
her.
can't wait to. I gotta see her photo album.
Yo, listen, I know for a fact that
She's like-
Silent Assassin, if she goes to a Chris Brown, she's going to the front.
That's it.
Yeah, I was there. I went when he was UBS.
He was in the front?
I was in the section above. Couldn't afford the floor tickets.
Oh, okay.
But when he was flying, I was staring.
Listen, I already know that a couple of draws was on that stage, and maybe Silent Assassins she might have flew on that stage. Who knows? Who knows?
She threw a curveball
Facts. Threw a fastball at him. Pow!
inside pocket.
Hit him straight in the chest. Pow!
Football pass.
Nuts. Yeah, but like, you know, if this is true, this is nasty work. Like, you know, like, if that's the case, what do? I mean, you still got to be, like, you can't, I'm trying to word it. Like, you can never warrant hitting a woman, right? So there's always different avenues that you can be able to take to get out of that situation. But there's some times where you might have to fight your way out of a situation, right?
Protect yourself, but then you need
Especially if you jammed up.
You need a body cam, and a rear body cam, so you can watch your back.
Yeah, I mean, so it's nasty work, man. I hope that this thing gets resolved because he's a very, very good player. But you see a trend with these Chiefs players that they just can't stay out of trouble.
But you knew it when CeeDee Lamb got drafted, and he's sitting on the couch with this lady. It was, I guess, his girlfriend at the time.
Oh, that was legend.
And he put his phone down, and she tried to go through his phone off rip. And he said, "Girl, what you doing?" Like, he gave it a look, like get your ass off my phone. And you haven't seen her again. So I say that to say
that's a bar. You have never seen her again on camera.
And the family after that outed her. Like, she wasn't even next to him no more. They pushed her all the way to the back.
Yeah, Mom Deuce was like, yo,
he gave it away, your mom.
Like the assistant coaches, like the assistant coaches sit on the second row. They don't get the first row because there's so many coaches. You sit in the back.
Yep.
You sit in the back now with the condiments.
Go on now. Hey,
Get the hell out of here.
Go get some ice.
Facts. So yeah, shouts to the kid, man. I hope that he ends up getting out of this because once you get DV on your jacket, you don't get that off.
No, it's
You don't
nasty
get
work.
that off. It's nasty work. Cooper Kupp, where does he go? I think my top 3 teams for him: Vegas, Dallas, Jets. If you had to pick one, he likes the West Coast. So Vegas, because of that reason and the fact that they do need a wide receiver of his ilk.
They need a one.
You put him with Brock Bowers, that's a nice combination over there.
You need a one.
Yeah.
You need a one. Like, out of a lot of teams, I'm excited to see what the Raiders do. Raiders still have an early draft.
I mean, they got your man, and they got your other man,
Who my other man?
Pete Carroll, and they got Geno Smith.
I know. And they, you know what though?
Yo,
They're 3.
You think you're gonna get a pair of black Monarchs?
Hell yeah.
That'd be
White,
fire.
silver, and black is fire.
That'd be fire.
But they're still early. They're 4? No. They're 3.
In the draft.
They're 3.
Yeah. No, are they 3?
Who's 3?
I'll check. Giants are 3.
Yeah, Giants are 3.
Okay, thank you. I think they're 4.
Titans are 1. Giants are 3. Who's 2? Is it Cleveland?
Browns. Pats.
Jets have 7.
They're 4. They're 5 or 6.
Yeah.
It says here.
Where is the draft order? NFL
6.
6. Okay.
So it's still early. They can get a piece.
Yeah, I mean, listen,
They can get a piece.
They're-
I don't think they getting Hunter or nobody like that.
they're building, man. Now Helter's not dropping a 6. So yeah, I like that destination for Cooper Kupp.
I think. I mean, but
I like the Jets too for him though. I understand that he's a West Coast guy, but the Jets fit. The Jets fit.
space. There's definitely space.
And Dallas fits.
But it depends on what that deal looks like, though. What is that deal like? I mean, it's a cut, so we don't have to pay all that other shit.
You're not getting him for anything less than $18 million a year. That's the minimum that he'll sign for.
It's one thing. The thing is, right, I would like him on the Jets. Because then the offense gets slippery. You still have Braylon Allen. You still have Breece Hall. You have Wilson. You have a RPO package.
Yep.
But then if you add Kupp, you have a slippery inside
Possession
outside.
receiver.
But you still need a talk. You need a gazelle.
I don't think you really do.
Well, it depends on what type of offense.
Not
they're
if you
running
have
as well.
guys that run great routes. You don't
Yeah.
need that.
But I think I have a feeling he's going to the fucking Patriots.
Patriots are definitely a dark horse.
I see
I
it.
just I can't see him going to the Pats because, like I said, the allure of going to the West Coast, they would have to severely overpay for him to go there. Plus, they're still rebuilding, and I don't know if Cooper Kupp wants to deal with a rebuilding situation. If he's going to rebuild, he's going to want to go somewhere that actually has more of a concrete direction. The Raiders are building the right way, so he would want to go there rather than anywhere else. if you're gonna put all of those four
Now,
teams in the pot.
What about the Chiefs?
I don't think that he would go to the Chiefs. I don't think that they have enough money to sign him. You know, but I mean, listen, his market has just kind of started. He just got released today, so we're gonna see exactly what teams come out of the woodwork. Like I said, I know the Jets are interested. I know the Raiders are interested. Dallas, they're gonna always be linked, but Dallas is not making that move. It's not gonna happen.
Another name that just popped in my head, and I think it could work. Green Bay. Green Bay is a wide receiver away from really doing some damage. A number one wide receiver away. That
I can't see him being a guy that is in the deep tundra cold like that. That's what I'm saying. That's gonna be the deciding factor for him, I believe. But you know, Cooper Kupp, man, he's still good. You know, he's still a guy that, although he's often injured, you know, when he is healthy, you know, a couple of years back, man, what were we 4 years removed from that MVP like season he had? Man, had like almost 200 receptions and 20 something touchdowns. It was crazy.
right.
It was nuts. So, you know, he still has that capability in him. Obviously, you know, his responsibilities and his target share is going to be a lot less now that he's older. He was an older receiver to begin with.
Right.
So, you know, he's kind of on the back end of his career, but still very productive. Moving on. Man, I love what I'm seeing from the 49ers. I do. I called it. Didn't I call it last year? I did. I said, if the 49ers don't win, they're going to have to blow this shit up.
Yeah.
Because they had a whole bunch of high-priced, $20+ million players on their team that they shoved all of their cards to the middle of the table, and they were supposed to be a team that was supposed to win a Super Bowl. Because why? They had Brock Purdy on that Mr. Irrelevant deal, which they can be able to jam-pack the team and see how they can be able to win. Didn't happen. Now you're going to have to pay Brock Purdy whatever he's going to get, and you had to go ahead and, you know, cut Kyle Juszczyk. You had to trade Deebo Samuel. I think that Brandon Ayuk is going to be out of there as well.
For sure.
I think Trent Williams, he might be a guy that's going to be out of there. They've lost so many players. Elijah Mitchell is gone. They have a lot of pieces that are just not there anymore. So, yes, they're trying to get younger. I think they have 12 picks in this draft. So that's how they're going to use their draft picks to be able to try to replenish that cabinet and get younger at those positions so they can be more cost effective, obviously. Nothing wrong with that. You have a good coach in Kyle Shanahan that can be able to get the most out of players. But, you know, this is a team that's been so braggadocious and have all, you know, they had all this bravado for years. 49ers fans are some of the most obnoxious fans in the game. And now they have to eat humble pie. I love it. I love it. They're going to be bad for a little while, and I can't wait. Can't wait. So, any thoughts?
We got one of the defensive guys as our defensive coordinator, Steve Wilks.
Who got Wilks?
Us.
We got Wilks? You sure? That ain't bad. I like Wilks. I like Wilks a lot.
We got him.
As a what?
Defensive coordinator.
So he's the official coordinator? Aaron Glenn, Steve Wilks.
Yeah.
I still don't like Josh Fields. I don't like it.
Yo, but here's the thing, right? And we got to go back to Jets. It's all about Jets. It's not about anything else. That's not good. Then our offensive coordinator used to be the passing game coordinator for Detroit and worked with Ben Johnson.
Yes.
And our QB coach is Geno Smith's former QB coach over in Seattle the year he started cooking. These guys, I think, can develop talent. I think it's a push for them to develop talent. Defensively, I think I like where we're going with that already. So I gotta say, man, just relax. It's gonna be a good time.
I can't relax because I can't support a team that has Josh Fields as quarterback.
Hey, listen, man.
Can't do it. I can't do it. He's not good.
You know what's real though? If he does win over 6 games, you're getting the jersey.
A Josh Fields jersey?
Oh yeah.
I'm not doing that.
Oh.
Is that a bet that we have to make?
Yeah.
What? So what? The Jets have to win more than 6 games?
I mean, that's what I just said. If he wins more than 6 games, because that is more than
So
we
he
won
has
last
to
time.
win more than 6 games?
Yeah, as a quarterback. If he's the quarterback and they have 6 wins, it's more than Aaron Rodgers. You got to get the jersey and wear that shit.
So what if he gets less than 6 wins?
Then you can call him Josh or whatever the fuck you call him, Jake, whatever the fuck you want to call him. It doesn't matter.
No, we need to up the ante.
Then what's the ante, bro? You leave again? What do you want?
I'll think about that and then we talk about it next week.
Very well, good talk.
Yeah, I got something for you. It's not gonna be as bad as Al, the crazy Eagles fan, but you're gonna get something. Aaron Rodgers, like I was saying, we're gonna discuss. Aaron Rodgers is gone from the Jets. They're taking that 49 dead cap hit. And the Giants are hot and heavy for Mr. Aaron Rodgers. So are the Pittsburgh Steelers. Both teams they've offered him, and I think that he's waiting and contemplating and weighing his options, and then he's going to make a decision. But both teams are getting very anxious, so they're entertaining and they're talking to other quarterbacks as well.
As they should.
Best fit for Aaron Rodgers for me is the Giants. It is. You got a guy like, Brian Dable who's fighting for his job. You have a young Malik Neighbors. You have some pieces on that team that they
Jalen
can be
Hyatt.
able to. Yeah, they're not bad. They're not a great team, but I think the fact that Aaron Rodgers loves New York, he can stay in New York. You can still draft Shedeur Sanders if you want to draft Shedeur Sanders. And then you can have Aaron Rodgers, mentor this kid for 1 to 2 years until he's ready to roll to take the reins, and Aaron Rodgers can walk off into the sunset. He only wants to play 1 to 2 more years. It's a great situation for him, honestly, man. I want to see him land with the Giants. I really do. Not a Giants fan. I'll never support them, but I will have to support my man Discount Double Check. I will, because I just want to see him go out happy and go out on his terms. So, Silent Assassin, you are the resident Giants fan here. Do you want Aaron Rodgers, or would you prefer somebody else, like a Joe Flacco or a Russell Wilson, who they are bringing in to speak to as well?
Yeah, definitely interested in coming over, so be pretty funny if...
No, we're talking about him playing football, not coming to your house.
It would be funny after all the hype the past 2 years that he, I don't know, potentially kills it and we're in the playoffs and you're still crying, so...
No,
That was a shot.
Shots.
I felt that. Hold on.
Plus on top of that, he can still be on Pat McAfee's show. I like that.
Listen, I'm not hating. Y'all have different luck than we have. Y'all fuck around and make it to the championship, and we be
Make it to the playoffs. Facts.
and we be upset.
Win a wild card game.
But one thing y'all don't have is Joe Buck calling your games no more, and that was your luck. And
No,
you lost
Joe
that.
Buck was fire.
Joe Buck fire. So that's all I got to say about that.
Yeah, I think, like I said, man, I think Aaron Rodgers is a good fit for the Giants. It just fits well. It matches well. There's interest on both sides. He wants to go there, or he has a lot of interest. So do the Giants. So hopefully we can be able to get a resolution on that very, very shortly. What else do I have here? Okay, now it's time for my irrelevant news
You gotta be
of the
kidding
week.
me. I mean, how do you watch the? They stink.
Every week we discuss relevant news. There's a lot of topics, honestly, this week. Wade was on Melo's podcast. Oh, interesting. Let's see what we have here. Alrighty. Klaw's gonna like this one. Booker T ranked as the greatest black wrestler ever by BT. Thoughts?
What?
Yeah. So let me give you the list.
Who the fuck asked BET?
Facts. That is funny though. Like of all places, BET puts the list together.
What?
So
y'all don't even put wrestling on the network.
It's a top 15 list.
Oh my god.
You had Jazz. Remember the female wrestler Jazz? Mad Brolic. She was terrible. Terrible as a wrestler.
Okay.
I don't even know why she's on this list. 14 is Shelton Benjamin.
Bro.
13 is Naomi.
She's good.
12 is Jacqueline. Shouts to Jacqueline. She had
Nice jugs.
you want facts. She had a couple of
nip slips.
wardrobe
remember-
malfunctions.
that
As a
was
13-year-old, it was fire back then. 11 Big E. 10 Devon Dudley.
Devon.
9 Bianca Belair. I don't know how she's that low. 8 Bobby Lashley.
God.
How is Ron Simmons number 7?
I don't get it.
Who put this list together? 6 Junkyard Dog. Okay. 5 Sasha Banks. Mercedes Moné. 4 Mark Henry. Shout out to Mark Henry.
Shout out
That's
to
my guy.
Mark Henry's good.
3 Kofi Kingston.
Jesus Christ.
2 The Rock. And 1 Booker T.
Are you fucking shitting me? The Rock? Mark made the list and they put him number 2?
Yeah, I have him number 2 as well.
Where's New Jack?
Where is New Jack?
New Jack should be on that list. Where's fucking the Dudley?
You got Devon here.
Okay. Wait, nah, Devon. You said Devon, but what about you said D'Lo Brown too?
No, I said Devon.
Why's D'Lo Brown not on there?
Because D'Lo.
Why's Ahmed Johnson not on there?
Because Ahmed was the worst.
Ahmed was great.
No, he wasn't. People hated Ahmed Johnson.
Why's Virgil not on there?
Virgil wasn't a wrestler.
Yes, he was to me. He was in the game.
So, yes, Booker T. You agree or disagree?
Yeah, Booker T is good.
I will agree because a lot of people, I would have put The Rock. Here's why I'm not going to put The Rock.
He never claimed it?
Nah, he's always claimed that he's black. I mean, the part that gives Booker T the nod for me is that The Rock got into the business by nepotism.
Okay.
And there's nothing wrong with that because, listen, nepotism is about, it's in every facet of our lives. If you have a connection, you're going to use it. His father was a wrestler. His grandfather was a wrestler. He comes from the great Samoan Anawai family. So there's a whole bunch of lineage there that he was able to try football. It didn't work, and then he fell into wrestling and became a star. Cool. Booker T had to get out the mud. He was a guy that went to jail, came from the slums, had to fight his way in. Him and his brother were tag teams, and they had to fight their way up the rankings and get respect. Then he had to go, then he turned into a singles wrestler, and then he had to fight his way to continue to get respect and became a 5-time WCW World Champion. Right? So this is a guy that had to scratch and claw to get to where he was. Then when he got to the WWE, he had to completely recreate himself and became a legend in WWE as well. So, yeah, I can see how, I can be able to switch this list around because who the fuck is BET to put a list together anyway? But if I'm just going to look at the list of people that they have here, if I'm going to go ahead and agree with them for Booker T, this is the reason why, because his story is a lot more compelling to me than The Rock's story. So that makes a lot of sense.
I like that.
Yeah.
You know who else?
Yeah.
Jesus Christ, somebody else.
Who's that?
They lost me. Never mind.
Alrighty. Moving on. Memphis man claims he was shot by his dog while lying in bed, police say. How the hell does that happen?
Be the ones you love, bro.
Report being shot by his own dog while lying in bed on Monday morning, March 10th. According to initial reports from Memphis police, an unusual incident occurred, prompting an investigation. The details surrounding how the dog managed to discharge a firearm remain unclear, raising questions about the plausibility of the claim. This is like the dog ate my homework excuse. Somebody shot you, and you don't want to give him up, and you blame it on the dog? Yo, that's foul. Because what if they would have said, all right, we're taking this dog, we're putting the dog down. putting the dog down because we can't have this dog shooting people in the neighborhood. What are you doing? What kind of foul shit is that? To blame it on the dog? What? That's nasty work.
You know, I'm like thinking like the only, I think like possible way would be somehow the dog's tail got in the trigger area and then was wagging.
Right.
And but I'm like, even that is just so like specific.
So detailed and it's so impossible to happen.
The dog wanted to go out for a walk.
Facts.
So he had his leash in his mouth, but his leash was hooked through the revolver trip. You know what I mean? So the revolver fell off the table and shot the guy.
Shot the guy, exactly.
That's equivalent to like, oh, I slipped, fell, and my dick fell in her. Like,
Yes.
It never works.
100%.
It never works.
This is the worst excuse I've ever heard. If I'm the cops, I'm arresting him just because he shot himself. You shot yourself, we taking you in. We taking you in. And we putting this dog into foster care. This is nuts.
Yeah.
It's the dumbest thing I ever heard. And on top of that, too, listen, if it was Klaw's dog, there's no way I would believe that story. You know why? Because Klaw's dog's an idiot.
Yo, watch your fucking mouth.
I'm just saying.
Leave my dog
that
out
dog
of this,
is
bro.
not smart enough to be able to
That
use a
dog
firearm.
is full of love.
That dog eats plastic bags.
No, she doesn't. No, she doesn't.
And crayons.
No, she never ate a crayon.
Yes, she did.
Yo, back off, bro.
So she's not gonna be able to hold a firearm. What? Stupid dog.
Until she shoots you.
I'd love to see it. Okay, I'd love to see it.
My dog will make sure you don't see it coming.
Yeah, that's fine.
That's my dog.
Who else we got here? Oh, this was violation. Southwest Airlines to end free checked bag policy after 54 years. Yo, airlines are nasty. You gotta pay for everything now. That's crazy. Like bro, the ticket itself, depending on where you going. If you going to LA or whatever it is from New York, right? It's gonna cost you $450, $500. Then on top of that, you gotta pay for the bag and you gotta pay for the meal and you gotta pay for Wi-Fi. You gotta pay for all of this shit. By the time you finish, that's $700. What are we doing? Why should? And this is why I understand why Silent Assassin. She got people in her life that fly on Frontier. They don't care. They don't care. They're like, listen, I'm gonna go there for $6. You gonna get me to my destination, and I'm just gonna carry this little handbag here, and I'm good. Like, why? What's the point of you canceling this? You gotta give something complimentary to people that are flying.
No, you don't.
Yes, you do.
In this economy, in this world, no, you don't. How much y'all making over there? Shit.
Bro, how much does an airline make per trip?
Per seat?
Per seat, dude. You make $500. Do the math.
There's how many seats? Let's say 40 rows times.
Say there's like 100 passengers.
It's about 240 passengers usually.
Okay.
Times 500. It's a lot.
It's a lot of money, bro.
But then we charge you food. Then we charge you beverages.
And on top of that, remember, that
Headphones
same
and
plane
pillows.
is probably making 2 trips a day.
If not more.
It's probably 2 trips. If you're going from New York to California, that's 6 hours.
Yeah. But it won't go. I don't think it just goes and back. It'll do something.
Nah, it stays. But what I'm saying is that it'll stay and get its maintenance, but then it'll take another probably trip. So probably 2. You're not going to get any more than 2 out of that plane. So you're making mad money off that one plane in one day, bro. That's nasty work. You got to give complimentary service. I don't care. I'm going to be like that lady that was on the damn plane that took her clothes off and went crazy. You see that shit? She went nuts. I'm like, my bag's not free? Strip. Now nobody's leaving. Nobody's leaving. Nobody's going to their destination.
You'll be leaving.
I won't be leaving.
In cuffs.
They gonna turn this plane around.
And ankle cuffs,
I mean,
too.
butt ass on this plane. In the seat.
Rapper Barry Grant Jr.
And it's gonna be disrespectful too, because I'm either gonna be in the aisleway seat or the middle seat. So you have to go you gotta go over me.
You gotta handcuff yourself.
You gotta go over me. So I'm gonna make it uncomfortable for you. Because there's no way that I'm not gonna get my damn bag checked for free. Damn that. I spent too much money.
Listen, I've seen people on the city bus get beat up for cheaper.
That's facts. That's facts. It's nasty work. I don't care. It's nasty work. Making changes start May 28th, is this it? Yeah. It says A-list members, Southwest credit and card holders, and select other customers will now be allowed only one free checked bag. I need more. I need more. What if I'm taking stuff from somewhere? I'm buying a whole bunch of stuff I gotta send back. I gotta check this bag and pay for it? That's nuts. $100 bag. No.
I'm grateful for my like extreme anxiety of my bag getting dropped.
Yeah.
So I'm always like, I gotta carry on everything.
Oh, so you never check your bags?
No. I can't. I have like a fear. Like I envision it like when I'm in the sea. I'm like, my bag just flew out the plane. Like it's gone.
Ma'am, I'm sorry, but your bag is the only bag that flew out. Do apologize.
But even like Southwest too, they don't even have the TVs or anything. It's
Nothing.
terrible now.
Cheap ass airline. You might as well turn to the Frontier. What's the other one? What's the other budget airline?
Spirit.
Spirit, yeah.
Spirit got a good thing going right
No,
now.
they don't.
They lit.
No, they do not.
They fucking lit.
Moving on. Sad McDonald's play place for kids shocks customer. So there's a picture here. I'm gonna send it to Silent Assassin so you can see it, and send it to you as well, Klaw, because this is unbelievable. So there's a chair. There's two chairs, and there's like some little thing on the wall, and that's their play area. There used to be a huge play area for kids. They had the ball pit, they had the jungle gym and all this other shit. I remember my father used to take me to McDonald's after school every day. Because he didn't want to spend no money, so he just took me to McDonald's to go play. That was lit. This is garbage. This is ridiculous. Like, dude, people gotta do better than this. If we had a standard of what we did when we was kids, you should maintain that standard because you got more money now. Don't try to cut costs and certain stuff. That don't make sense.
If you look at a McDonald's from the 90s to what it looks like now,
It's completely different.
completely fucking depressing looking. Like, doesn't even look like a safe haven for
No,
children.
it doesn't. It used to look like a kid place back in the day.
Like, the Happy Meals were lit. Like,
Facts.
you know what I mean? Like, it was just like, I can't wait to
Yo,
go
you
to
would
this
go to
place.
McDonald's, right? This is what it used to look like, Silent Sass. You would go to McDonald's and they would have Ronald
Characters.
McDonald somewhere outside. You would have Grimace. You would have the Hamburglar.
yeah.
You would have these characters just there.
the shake nuggets guy.
Yeah, you would have all of that stuff just there.
I wasn't around for that.
That's what I'm saying. That was long gone, long gone. So when we went to McDonald's, yo, that shit was like going to an amusement park, cause the play area was big as hell, it was lit,
Smelled like throw up, but it
smelled like throw up and feet and Cheetos, but hey, you loved it.
You never put your head under the balls.
Never. You know what I'm saying? But it was cool, man. You had other kids that was playing through the jungle gyms and all that shit. It was fine. But that was life back then. It was fun. They took all the fun out of the shit now.
Playing with randos in the ball pit. It was great times.
Yeah, it was.
Like Discovery Zone.
I never went to Discovery Zone.
Yo,
I
bro,
never went there.
That shit was...
And actually, your parents are terrible people for not bringing me there.
Well, it's your fault.
How was that my fault? I'm a kid. You're supposed to just bring me somewhere.
Your father took you to McDonald's that day.
Hell, he was broke. Did what he could. He said, "Hey, kid, let's go to McDonald's." All right. Ain't give me no Happy Meal. Just went straight to the ball pit. It's nasty work. That's nasty.
And
I ain't gonna lie to
they'll
you.
watch you from the payphone.
Right. So yeah, it's just, you know, I don't like when they change things up like that, man. That's unfortunate for children. School across the U.S. reportedly banned Crocs over safety concerns.
Smart.
I love this. This is very interesting. What do you guys think about that?
It's smart. You gotta see what some of these fucking Crocs look like. These kids wear the fuck out of them. Like, we go back to school shoe shopping, and it's like come August, or not even August, but he went to school in August, September. Come fucking June, these socks have 2 socks in them. The shit's is leaning to the left. Fucking sports mode doesn't work anymore.
And then people are tripping over them too because they not wearing them properly.
Yep.
So you ended up, crack an ankle because you over here running in Crocs. You like they're not designed that way.
Them shits wear down.
Yeah.
Crazy.
It's cheap foam.
Yep.
Do you realize that shoe was made as a joke? That they turned into a $1 billion empire? It's ridiculous.
It's like I remember growing up, where I played winter lacrosse as well. So I had one of like slides. My mom was like, "Oh, get these," and they were Crocs with like fur inside, and I'm like, "Those are the most disgusting things
Crocs
ever."
with fur inside?
Yeah, they were like those things. But like, if I had those now, those would be like everyone would want them. Back then, I'm like, these I can't wear them. Like they're an embarrassment. Walking around with them with the Crocs.
Badass.
But
She
now,
did it.
yeah, she knew.
She knew. She was ahead of the game.
Head of the game. Facts. We got 2 more. Moving on. Aaron Donald made a Make-A-Wish kid do his workout. Yo, there is some devilish things that people do out there. This might be at the top of the list. First off, we all know who Aaron Donald is, right? Retired defensive tackle beast, right? This dude had some of the most elite, crazy-ass workouts ever in football. Like, when you see his workouts, like, yo, this dude was doing workouts with a knife guy. Like, remember that shit? That shit was nuts. You take a Make-A-Wish kid and have him go through one of your workouts. Hasn't the guy been through enough? Hasn't the kid, he actually fought death. Fought death to be here, to meet you, and then you gonna try to kill him again? What's wrong with you? That's crazy. If I'm the parent, I'm like, what kind of nonsense is this? You can't just sit down and have dinner with the kid? You want to put me through some damn workout? Man, just survive cancer. Man, just survive cancer. And then he got to try to survive one of these death workouts too? It's nasty work. You can't forgive nothing like that. Come on, Aaron, now you got to do better. You got to do better than that. You have nothing better to do than say, hey, try this workout. Give him a $5 or something. Give him a pair of shoes. How about that? Give him a PlayStation 5. That'll make him feel good. It's nasty work. Moving on. This one is a doozy. Male practice player tryouts. So the WNBA is holding tryouts for a single man to be a part of their practice team.
I don't get it.
I don't understand, but there's going to be a lot of dudes that play in the park that are going to go try out for this, because if you can be able to get some WNBA yams and see that on a daily basis and say, yo, I got the post. I'm guarding the post today. That's where you're going to be at the entire practice. That's it. That's it. I mean, the only person I probably wouldn't want to post me up is Caitlin Klaw because she looks like Larry Bird. But outside of that.
And the one that went to jail, what's her name?
Yeah, that one.
I don't know what
That
that
one.
Brittany?
Huh?
Brittany?
Yeah, that one.
Allegedly.
Yeah, that one. No.
That'll hurt.
What's the girl name? Cambridge? Yeah, I'd let her try to post me up. She's like 6'8". It's a lot of women.
Just step on your little ass, bro.
That's a lot of women. I'd volunteer for this. I ain't gonna lie to you. This might be a revolutionary thing. I ain't gonna lie to you. We gonna see
Eminem's trying to get his own team.
Eminem.
Yeah.
I think he's
He's trying to get a
for Detroit.
Yeah, a women's team for Detroit.
Well, Serena got hers.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, Serena. She's the part owner of the new Toronto something. Toronto Tempo. Yeah, she's a new owner of them. Like I said, she must have paid like about $6,000 for it, whatever it was.
Not bad.
It's a good investment. Pay $6,000,
Turn it up.
and they say, hey, you get your return on investment. You can turn that $6,000 into 16,000. you you can turn that 6,000 into 6,500. Could you believe it? Let me be nice. Like I said, I'm gonna watch a lot of WNBA this year. I'm gonna be nice. That is my irrelevant news.
You gotta
of the
be
week.
kidding me.
Got a lot of relevant
how do
news
you
this week.
watch the? They stink.
Let's move it on. Move it on to baseball. Mets news. There's a lot that's going on in Mets news right now. A lot that's going on in Mets camp. Injury concerns for the Mets. It's not good. It's not good. You had Alvarez go down with the broken bone in his wrist, right? He's out 6 to 8 weeks, which is not good. You have now Jeff McNeil, who has the oblique strain, and they're saying that he's going to be out probably a month. That's not good. Who replaces McNeil in the lineup, Silent Assassin? Are you going with Acuna? Are you going with Brett Beatty? Are you going with an outside source? What is your option at second base?
I'm going with Acuna. Because even obviously before this had happened, I wanted him to start the year in the lineup. So this is definitely his chance to shine and see what can happen. Because I know he was dealing with some injury issues, but he seems back to normal.
Yeah.
So that's a good thing. And yeah, I think he would be a good fit. But obviously, Brett Beatty's swinging really well. But his defense, pretty much everywhere, is not the best. So I think Acuna is the better fit overall for now.
Yeah. I was going back and forth with it today. I was like, I think I might want to see how Brett Beatty plays at second. Maybe he might be a little bit more comfortable there. But then I was scrolling on X, and I kept seeing this thread coming up. Brett Beatty playing defense in spring training. I'm just like, all right, I don't no longer want Brett Beatty at second. He can't play defense. He can't. Man got no range. It's frustrating to watch. It really is. So yeah, keep Acuna. Have the guy Walton be the bench guy, and then have Beatty as the super utility guy. Because he's not good at anywhere, but you can throw him somewhere. Throw him somewhere. If his bat plays, then you can be able to deal with his bad defense. This is why Viento's in the lineup. Viento's not playing a great third base, but he's not going to kill you at third base, but he has potential to hit 35 home runs, so you keep him in there. I did see something about our guy, El Sugar, the closer, the man. His velocity is down, Silent Assassin. We're 2 weeks out of the regular season. And what's happening? If his velocity is down, what could be the reason for Edwin Diaz having velocity issues at this point?
It's for all his pitches, everything's down, or did it say
Fastball.
Fastball? Yeah, it's obviously definitely concerning. That happens to anybody. It's kind of like I guess the downfall potentially of like careers once the velocity kind of ticks down. But I guess we have to see. Did you see like how much it went down?
Yeah, I'm checking right now. Because Carlos Mendoza was talking about it. I'm trying to see if there's actually a okay, let me see here. So it says by the numbers, Edwin Diaz velocity declined by an unspecified number of miles per hour during the game. So what happened during the game? Which could be concerning, because if it's happening during the game, I mean, maybe he's just taking things off. But there could be something underlining that's going on. Because it's very rare that you see somebody's velocity drop while they're in the game pitching.
Oh, so obviously something's wrong. Yeah.
Yeah, which is not a good thing. So that might be another thing that we have to worry about. If we lose Edwin Diaz as a closer, you know, we have AJ Minter, we have other guys, but now it moves everybody up. And now you're taking guys out of their comfort zone and putting them in situations that they're not really suited to perform in long term. So I'm hoping that there's nothing going on, but the way that this camp has been going, it's par for the course at this point. It really is. It's just next man up. If he has to miss time, because if it's a velocity issue and it's dropping like that, then there has to be a shoulder issue, which means that there has to be some inflammation there, which there probably might be something with the rotator cuff or maybe the UCL joint. There's something going on that they're gonna have to watch. That they're saying that there's no pain. It says Mets coaching staff will continue to evaluate Edwin Diaz's condition and performance, looking for improvements in velocity as the team prepares for the regular season. You know, so it's more of a monitoring thing, but not good. Some positive news. We do have Sean Manaea coming back. You know, it looks like he's maybe fully healthy or getting close to that. So I'm glad to have him back. You know, they're going to try to ramp him up the right way slowly. So he'll probably be ready for the second week of the season, hopefully, which we're going to need him. Definitely going to need him going forward. So happy about that. Happy with what I've seen out of Juan Soto. He's ripping the cover off the ball. You have Jesse Winker that's playing well. Marte got into the game for the first time this week and his first at bat hit a smacking double. Loved it. See, this is the thing with him. This is why I wanted Marte to play, because if he's not going to be in the field, he's going to hit. He's going to hit. If you don't have to worry about this guy botching it out in the outfield and straining a muscle, and he just has to swing the bat, he's going to be effective. You know what I mean? So that's going to be a good thing. I'm looking forward to it. Any revelations to you from the pitching staff? Who has impressed you?
Canning's been pretty decent.
He's been pretty good.
Yeah.
He has.
So I would say him and gotta go with Clay Holmes too.
Clay Holmes has been impressive. I've been impressed with Max Kranick. He's been bringing the heat. Very good. Like we had acquired him, I think it was last year. Had some injury concerns, but now he's healthy and he's been very, very good. So he's going to be a guy that we can be able to use out of the bullpen. You know, whether it be long relief or whether it be a spot start here or there, it's good to have those type of concerns or problems. So, I mean, listen, the lineup is what the lineup is. I think even without McNeil, I think this lineup is still good. Because if you think about Acuna is a better defender at this point in you know, comparing the two players. He can steal bases. If you want to give McNeil the edge in regards to being a better all-around hitter, cool. I'm not going to argue with that. But I think Acuna has a lot more upside. And with that combination of him and Frankie at short and second, yeah, give me that. Give me that all the way. Plus, he has a plus arm. I think his arm grades in, I think it's the 70th percentile or something like that. So he has a very good arm, which is good to be able to turn those double plays. You need that. You know, Frankie's arm is a little light for short, but he still is able to turn plays, especially because you have Pete that is really, really good at taking things out of the dirt, as well as, you know, he's one of the best stretchers at first base in regards to his ability to get the balls. So we'll see how it happens. I'm excited about opening day. I wish I was going, but it's too expensive for me. But I'm looking forward to see how everything shapes out, especially with the pitching staff. Now, all the Met stuff is out of the way, but I got to get something off. My new segment, Silent Assassin. You go ahead and you fly that picture. What is the new segment called, Silent Assassin? You go ahead and debut it for me.
It's Yankin my chain.
Yanking my chain. Yanking my chain is the new segment. I have disbarred and disbanded dehumidifiers and space heaters. The Clippers are no longer my concern. I don't care about them. It is now the Yankees. The Yankees are now my I got my sights pointed to them because it's the Yankee fans. It's not the Yankees organization. It's the fans that get me, right? These are the same guys that made fun of us, or they were mad. Or as soon as we signed Juan Soto, they start posting videos of Juan Soto in right field botching shit, and left field botching shit, can't get the balls. He's flying over the place. He's tripping over himself. Can't get. Okay. You didn't say nothing about his defense when he was smacking 40 home runs and driving it over 100 runs. It wasn't saying nothing. But as soon as you lose them to the Mets, now you want to start crying, right? Then they said, oh, well, you guys, your roster doesn't look that great. Well, according to MLB, we're the second best team in the league. That's what they said, right? So if I'm going to listen to anybody, I'm going to listen to them. Then they said, oh, well, your pitching staff is weak, is very, very thin. You guys don't have anything. Oh, my, have the tables turned. Well, not only do you guys don't have a DH, because Stanton might be out for the season. Not only do you don't have a third baseman on the roster. Isn't that rich? You have a catcher who's, we don't know if Wells is going to be the guy. We need to see it. You have a 38-year-old first baseman. You got a guy in center field that can't catch, not even center field. You got a guy in left field that's called the Martian. You damn sure he looks like a Martian. He looks like he's never played baseball before. Can't catch a ball. And Jason Dominguez, right? You have concerns, but that's not even the good part. They're starting pitching. I thought this was a strength for the Yankees. I thought they were supposed to be the team that has the depth and the front end starters to be able to get through the season. Where is Garrett Cole? Huh? Where's he? Where's he, Silence Hazard?
In bed for the year.
Yes. He's home. Tommy John surgery. So you ain't gonna see him you ain't gonna see him no more for this year, and you're probably gonna miss the first 4 months of 2026 too. So you have high-priced guy, 35 years old, just signed an extension. What was it, last year or the year before that? Like, this is a concern. There has not been a lot of pitchers that have come back from Tommy John surgery at that age. Mm-hmm. The only one that I can think of is Justin Verlander. Justin Verlander was the only one, not Matsui, no, not him. But Justin Verlander was the only one, and he came back. He won a Cy Young. Justin Verlander, he's a freak. Mm-hmm. We know that. So he defied the odds. But Garrett Cole, I feel bad for him. I really do. I feel bad for him because, one, he's a Yankee, and you're not gonna be able to enjoy the fruits of your labor now because you're gonna be out for the season. Copland is no longer the thing because they're actually allowing beards now, which is interesting. But my concern for the Yankees is you have Max Fried. Max Fried's your high-priced arm in free agency. Great, you got him for 8 years. He's never pitched in the big market. Pitched with the Braves. Who else did he pitch with before that?
Just the Braves, I think.
Just the Braves, right?
Mm-hmm.
Small market team. Now you're going to New York. That's pressure. So I'm not saying that he's not a good pitcher. He is. But being in New York and being with the Yankees is a completely different pressure. So we'll see how that works. They got Carlos Rodon. I don't even know why I'm mentioning him. Rodon is garbage. Here it is. This is what he needs to do. This is what he needs to do. He need to find a way to pack his bags. They need to pack his bags and send him to Japan. That's where he needs to go. Pack his bags, right? Then you got Luis Gill. Who was he? Was he the rookie of the year last year? Runner-up or something like that? He's gone, right? Who they got to pitch? Who do they have?
Stroman that they wanted to get rid of.
Oh, that guy. Yes. The same guy that says, I'm a starter. I don't come off the bench. Now you got to turn. Now you got to turn to him. I'm telling you, man, this is great. This is great. So continue to be the pompous jackasses that y'all are. All of you. All Yankee fans to me. Well, not all. There's some nice ones. But the majority of the fan base are scum. They are. And I don't necessarily hate the Yankees, but I hate the Yankee fans and I want to see them suffer. So if the Yankees can be able to trot through the season because the AL is very weak this year and they get to the playoffs, they're going to lose. They're going to lose. They're going to lose to the Astros. They might lose to the Twins. Hell, the Red Sox are better than them. Red Sox are better than them right now. So I'm curious to see who they sign, but they might have to empty the cabinet to go get themselves a Dylan Cease, to go get themselves a Castillo out of Seattle. They're going to have to go get somebody. And I love it because you're going to have to empty out the cabinet again. So go ahead. Go ahead and think that the mighty Yankees are going to be able to stomp through the American League again this year. Not going to happen. Not going to happen. I don't care how weak it is. You ain't got no pitching. You ain't got no hitting. We'll see what happens. Who's protecting Judge this year? Who is it? Cody Bellinger? Is it him? Huh? Who is it? Is it Volpe? This lineup is trash. Mm-hmm. It's absolute rubbish.
Mm-hmm. So, like, who's even playing? Volpe's shortstop. Who's that?
Yep. They don't have a leadoff. Who's leading off? It's either between Volpe and Dominguez. Uh-huh. And at this point, I don't think Dominguez has a position. DH him. Uh-huh. DH him. Because if the kid can't see the ball coming off the bat in the outfield, that's a concern. Uh-huh. Jason is coming at you. Huh? Jello. It's rubbish. Poor Judge. I feel bad for him. And he got to deal with this garbage. He going to hit 68 home runs this year, and everybody else is going to hit like 19. Ain't nobody going to have a good year in the Yankees but him. Mm. And then all they're going to do, if I'm a team, walk him. That's what I'm going to do. 4. 4. Walk his ass. So continue to talk about us. Continue to say, oh, well, y'all brought the smoke. Nah, Met fans don't never bring the smoke to Yankee fans. Yankee fans always want to say how pathetic we are. How much, oh, you guys, you always talking about how good y'all are. And when y'all are good, y'all try to rub it in. Yeah, because we're hardly good. So when we are good, we want to flaunt a little bit. We Queens. It's Queens. Damn that. That's what I'm saying. So, yeah, continue to try to say that we are what we are. Karma is a bitch. That's all I'm saying. Now it's time for the greatest segment on the planet, Dummy of the Week.
Dummy, yeah.
Every week I go around the room and I ask, who is the Dummy of the Week? Klaw, do you have one?
Yes.
Who is it?
Former Jet, Le'Veon Bell.
Oh, yeah. I was trying to avoid it.
Yeah, it's nasty work, but, bro, come on. Even being in that scenario, even being the name in that is fucked up.
But you see how he responded, right?
Yeah.
His response was, oh, because I'm black and I'm a Trump supporter, they're going to come after me. First off, why would anybody in their right mind come after Le'Veon Bell? Who is Le'Veon Bell at this stage of his career? No one gives a fuck about Le'Veon Bell. So for this report to come out, I believe it.
You did that shit.
Yeah, I believe it. Because they already settled.
Yeah.
The court already awarded the victim $25 million. There was no fight here.
He couldn't afford that.
So there had to be substantial evidence why the judge would come down with a verdict that quickly.
Nasty work.
So for you to then go on your platform and say, because you're black and a Trump supporter, this is why they... Nah, bro. You're not Kanye. No. You're not anybody like that. You're no one at this point in your career. You do celebrity boxing. You rap. And nobody cares. You ain't Antonio Brown. You ain't Antonio Brown. You not Jello Ball. Don't nobody care about you. So yeah, definitely.
Dummy, yeah.
Both of them.
Dummy, yeah.
Silence that. So you got.
Going with the people who started the fires over the s'mores and the.
I did not hear this. Please explain.
So last weekend, I was driving, and I see like a bunch of smoke, and I'm like, oh, like it might be the factory that's over here, right? And then I get.
What kind of factory is it?
I don't know. Sometimes I see smoke coming out of it. I have no idea.
I'm gonna go investigate that.
Yeah, so get to my destination, and my phone's like blowing up that there's a forest fire that's like going crazy. And
Forest fire in Long Island?
yeah, you didn't see
What's
it?
going on here? What the hell was I?
I don't know, but like a bunch of the pine barrens like burnt down, and it was a state of emergency out in East Hampton, and then it traveled up to I think Riverhead, and then the next day it was contained. But obviously a lot of the firemen were working overnight trying to get everything settled down, and then they had a news report the next day that they're looking into what happened because they believed it was intentional, and then turns out it was some people that morning decided to make some s'mores out in their backyard, and something had caught fire, but they had thought that they put it out, but since there was a lot of wind also last weekend, some embers kind of flew away, and then the whole like thing ignited.
So let me get this straight, just so I can be able to understand it. Some people decided to have a camp outing in their backyard, right? Then they decided to make s'mores. S'mores? Was it s'mores? S'mores in the backyard on the windiest day possible.
Yeah.
So the way I understand fire, when you curate fire, there's little particles called embers that can be able to drift off into the wind, catch something, and then spark a flame. Because fire needs oxygen to be able to continue to survive. So you thought that doing this on a windy day was a smart idea. They should put every single person in that place in jail. No fine, jail.
Because they damaged like a
Acres.
big portion of
Acres of land.
Yeah. So I don't know. Like I think they're getting investigated or some sort. I don't know what's gonna come out
Yo,
of it, but it's crazy.
listen. If they caught them, obviously, right?
Yeah, they know who did it. Yeah.
Yo, the interrogation process had to be crazy. Cops go in the room and say, "Yo, all right, somebody give me the intel. What happened here? Was there a party going on? Was there? No, we're making s'mores in the back. We're making s'mores. Do you know how to make s'mores? Yeah, no, we saw it on YouTube. You're trying to do it. Okay, so nobody has any experience with fire. So s'mores. It's all on YouTube. What the fuck were you thinking? It's just crazy. Like, yo, we are getting stupider by the hour.
Dummy, yeah.
It's ridiculous. I didn't hear this story.
It's a real thing.
When did this happen?
Saturday.
Wow.
Kathy Hochul was like, I think some part of it got evacuation. I believe I saw it was 2 commercial buildings and then 1 residential building were gone.
Hey, listen,
yeah.
these people need to relax. This ain't California. Don't do that. Don't do that over here.
Yeah. So it was. Thank God it was obviously contained pretty early on. I mean the whole day it took, but wasn't a California situation. So
Yo. Those fines are going to be crazy that they're going to have to pay.
I live in the Pine Barrens, and I had to film a senior project one year. We're filming in there, and there were maybe like 20 or 30 of us, and the producer of it was like, oh, you have to sign this waiver, because if there's a fire and something happens, we all have to pay.
Wow.
And I'm like, I'm not signing anything
Not signing a
because
damn thing.
everyone here is stupid.
Right.
And literally, I'm not even kidding. I wasn't there but we filmed the next weekend. And I got a phone call. I'd be like, you wouldn't believe what happened. This guy, blah, 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 knocked over the generator. Something sparked. But thank God I got it out early, but I was like literally right there. Like, it was contained, but if, we're a bunch of college kids, like, if something happened,
You know
then
what's
the whole thing's
crazy?
gone.
The fact that they understand the ramifications of if you do this, what follows, and no one cares. Because I don't understand the mind of a dummy is that when an idiot looks at risk assessment, they never look at it from an anecdotal experience. They look at it from a general term. They say, oh, well, several fires over the last 2 weeks. Hey, let's go do this. You never think that it's you. You never think that it's you. That's how an idiot thinks. And that you're oblivious to what happens in general pop. So that means that you belong in Gen Pop. That's it.
Dummy, yeah.
It's good. It's a good one. I have a great one. This might be my favorite dummy of the year. May I have the drum roll, please? And the winner for Dummy of the Week, Major League Baseball. Major League Baseball gets my...
Dummy, yeah.
Now, Major League Baseball in New Era came up with these new hats that have the logo right dead and smack in the middle of the actual hat. So you have the big logo and then you have the words. Well, if you look at the Texas hat, it's a big T in the middle of it and it says T-E, big T in the middle. You can't see the X because it's behind the T. A-S. Tetas. Do you know the definition of tetas?
Tetas.
It's boobies. Point it to your boobies.
Tits.
Yes, it's.
Tetas, yeah.
So, the Angels hat. Did you see this one?
Yeah.
A-N-A-E-L-S. The Anals. What the fuck are we doing? Who cleared this?
It's just like they don't even like look good, even if it
No.
made sense. They just don't. I don't.
They
like
look.
them.
This is the stupidest idea I've ever seen in a hat.
But it's the smartest one to go by. And just stash.
Yo, the Tetas hat is going for resale for like $8,000 right now.
There you go.
It's fire. It's gonna be a culture hat. I ain't gonna lie to you. It's gonna be a culture hat. But every time I give Rob Manfred some credit, he does this shit. Like, it's like, did you see the Mariners hat?
I didn't know. I didn't see that one.
Masters.
Marsters.
Masses. It's nuts. He's just an idiot. For every 5 things that he does good, there's 20 bad things. He's like Trump. It's like the 90-10 rule with him. For all the 90 things that he does wrong, he'll give you 10. If that. This is bad. This is really bad. And when were they going to fly these? Were these supposed to be worn by the players?
I don't know.
Or this is just like a new era style, like a line? It's crazy. I'm not wearing no anals hat. That's nasty work. Maybe there's some people out there that do that type of thing, they might want to put it on their hat. I don't know. I'm not doing it. So, Major League Baseball, y'all need to figure something else out. Like, how about just have the logo just really, really big on the hat? Let it start from the brim and go all the way up. Do something stupid like that. I don't know. But this, like, when you saw the Texas hat, I want to know when the people saw the finished product. No one said anything? There had to be some guy in the back eating his Chipotle, right? Nobody wants to talk to Hector. Hector from accounting, nobody wants to talk to him. And Hector's in the back eating his Chipotle. And they're like, yeah, look, we finally got the Texas hat. Come look at this. This is good. This is really nice. And Hector's in the back like, it says tetas. And they're like, what the fuck are you talking about, Hector? What, this is a great hat. Yeah, but it says tetas. We're not listening to Hector. We're not listening to Hector. Like, you can't clear something like this. And this is why I'm fearful for the higher ups in these organizations, these big businesses. There's more idiots in these rooms than we think possible. You know that, right? Like, we always think that in these boardrooms, these people are like highly sophisticated, smart people. They're not. They're not any smarter than me and you. They're even worse. And for them to be clearing hats like tetas and anals and masses, y'all definitely got to get the
Dummy, yeah.
That's all for this show. Klaw, shouts to you for pulling up. I appreciate you.
Hey, man. Happy to be here.
Yeah, it's a little late because we had to run outside and get a part because the silent assassin forgot some equipment, and we definitely have to give her the. Matter of fact, I have to add one today. It's silent assassin.
Dummy, yeah.
Love her, but come on now, get it together.
Yeah, next week.
That's it for the show, man. It was great. You missed like I said, Cole, you missed the start of the show. You have to go watch it back on the playback. It's pretty interesting.
Gladly.
Do you have a kind word?
Yeah, man. Appreciate what you have while you have it, because you could wake up and your shit be gone, and there's nothing you can do to get it back.
Yeah.
Real shit.
Yeah. Absolutely. That's great. You know what? I changed my mind. I do have a PSA. For people that believe that free speech is it's afforded to us. It's a right in this country. You need to start looking again. You need to start realizing what's happening around you. There's a young man right now that's in jail in Louisiana, and the government is doing they call it a disappearing, because this young man, who is on a student visa, just graduated from Columbia in New York. So you got to be a smart guy. And he doesn't agree with the Israel and Hamas situation, right? He's more on the other side than he is with the Israel side. And he's being ostracized, and he was arrested because of his views on campus, when free speech is supposed to be protected, especially for college students in this country. Mind you, he hasn't done anything wrong, right? There's no terroristic ties. There's nothing there that they found. They haven't released anything, so they just have this guy locked up. So if you think that you are now, or you're living in a place that allows you to be able to say what you want, you need to start thinking again. Because what we're starting to see in our democracy is that it's not a democracy any longer. It's actually an oligarchy. It's actually more suited like North Korea. So fight back. Make sure that your voices are heard. Make sure that you go to your local constituents and you make sure that you continue the fight. Don't let people scare you into not doing the right thing. Continue to fight, continue to push through, because free speech is needed for us all, and this is a free country, which means that the right to free speech, the free press, all of these things are still a thing that belongs in our country, and that's why some of, if not most of the world envies this part of the world, because we have the ability to do so. So don't give it up for nobody. That's my PSA for the day. We'll be back Monday. I think we will be going live on Mondays from here on out, depending on what the Silent Assassin wants to do, but that's what it looks like. So until next week, stay safe, stay cool. Peace. I should play my song again, but I'm not. I was going to think about playing Boss, and I like that song too.
Good song.
The song's fire.
Classic.
It is. Silent Assassin, we out of here.